Why you likely have fear of setting boundaries with people you love. There was a time you tried to set a boundary and someone tried to punish you for setting a boundary. They may have tried to starve out your boundary by saying something like, oh, you don't want me to talk like that when we're around each other? I'm just not going to talk at all. Maybe it's something where you're wanting a little bit of distance from someone so that you can work on something, ground yourself, and then they stop calling completely. Maybe there is a certain comment that's said or way of joking with your friends, and maybe you're like, hey girl, hey, I really don't like when you make comments like that about my body. And they're like, okay. So then they start making fun of other things about your body to passively aggress you. That is a common reason why people are fearful of creating new boundaries. Being afraid that if you create a boundary or a standard for yourself, that you will change the dynamic of your friendships in a way that leads you and your friends to not be friends anymore. Same in relationships. Creating a boundary, being afraid that you will lose your partner. Creating a boundary and feeling like you might stop getting help, support, the resource that you need. The reality is that we build healthy relationships with people based off of having healthy boundaries. So if someone removes their love from you, their trust from you, their friendship from you because you have a boundary that's good for you, see if you have capacity to allow yourself to be thankful for deciding to make the boundary, because it's going to pay off for the better in the long run. Afraid of coming off mean or withdrawn or closed off for setting a boundary. The whole point of setting boundaries is for your mental, emotional, spiritual health, physical health, some type of health for yourself. Boundaries are there usually to preserve yourself. So if you have a fear that by creating and setting a new boundary, you are going to come off as some mean character, you probably at the heart of who you are have a lot of situations in your life where you go over and beyond for people to keep their love, to keep their friendship. Very, very dangerous, but it doesn't matter. Here you are. If you can, I would encourage you to let go of fear about what people think about you for setting a strong boundary for your healing, for your wholeness, for your health. If this is new for you, it's normal and it's scary to set a boundary because of how people might think about you. But let me tell you something, this has always been true. Said in different ways, when you create a healthy boundary for yourself, the people who leave out of your life, you're going to be happy for it in the long run. Trust, it's hard in the beginning, but it will be well worth it because you're setting a hard, clear tone about who you are, what you deserve, what you're made of, and then you're letting God curate the rest, bringing to you great people, great resources, newness that is more fitting to who you are now that you've set a clear boundary about who you are and what you want. I say go for it.